you could be a better person over time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, just take into account that people can grow. And how long does it take for somebody to change?
I don't know.
Just like that.
That's true.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Said Entertainer. I'm asking y'all to check out the Loveology podcast. This is.
Hello, and welcome to the Loveology podcast, where we talk about love and life with laughter. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Jason.
He's the carefree one.
She's the serious one. And we're married. We have been since 2012, and we like to think of ourselves as a couple of loveologists.
Not because we are the experts, but because we just love love.
We enjoy studying and talking about it, so we thought, let's just start a podcast.
A place where we can share what we have learned about love, relationships, and marriage.
You can share what you've learned, and we can all grow together.
So here we are. Are you ready?
Let's get started. Hey, what's up, everybody? Man, it's another episode of the Loveology podcast. I had my pick in my hand, I was getting my hair situated. Hey, man, I'm glad y'all joining us today. We're going to do another episode. We're doing a continuation of what we was talking about. Before we jump into that, man, what we're bringing here to you is Loveology, man. We studying love, y'all. So if you're here, you want to learn about relationships, love, and all that good stuff, you came to the right place. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so you get all the dope videos as they come out. Baby girl, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. And your lips looking fine as wine. They literally look like some wine. Y'all zoom in on them lips. Yeah, looking good, baby, with the Loveology sweater on.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You look good too, honey.
Yeah, right. She was just talking about how I need to cut my hair off.
I was just saying, why don't you do like the little the fade on this side?
Boy, they don't respect the fro. You gotta, if you gonna rock with the braids, you like the braids so much, they like the braids. But you gotta take the good with the bad. You gotta take the fro too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I love it, honey. You look scrumdiddlyush. What is it? How do you? That's your word.
Whatever you want to call it.
Scrumdiddlyush.
Whatever you want to call it, I'll take it. I don't know if y'all know this. Some of our close listeners and friends, if you're in the Loveology podcast group, you should know. But we're about to get ready and launch Loveology Travel. What it is, what it do, baby. So let me do that. Hey. Loveology Travel. So all our people that are listening to us on audio, hey, really appreciate it. But Loveology Travel will be a travel vlog. And, this pandemic is about to open up, hopefully. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be traveling, y'all. I know y'all going to be traveling. We love to travel. We're passionate about traveling. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be a vlog. It's going to be on YouTube, visual only. And we're going to be going to some dope places. And we're going to show you some history. We're going to show you some insights, and we're going to give you some fun, fast facts of these different places that we're going. So definitely you want to go to Loveology Travel right now, and you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button there, hit that notification bell over there, because you want to go ahead and be there as soon as that video pop out, which it may be a couple months from now, but you can go ahead and get prepared, because it's gonna be some cool stuff. We got some, look at this footage from a drone that we just bought. It's gonna be awesome, y'all. Mm-hmm. Are you excited about Loveology Travel? It's like
so excited. Twister. Yeah, I'm so excited. Like Jason said, we're very passionate about traveling. We actually have a previous episode called Traveling with Your Mate.
Traveling with your mate.
And why it's so important and why it's so fun to do it.
And we did that episode in Hawaii.
Hawaii. Takes me back to Hawaii.
Yes. So it's prime time. I think it's definitely for all you viewers and listeners, it's a definite benefit for you guys and gals, because you get to see places, and we, like I said, we're gonna go deep, do a deep dive, and it's gonna be quick, but it's gonna be a deep dive on some stuff, and you'll know from watching our stuff, you'll say, that's somewhere I want to go, or I don't think I want to go there. So make sure you check out Loveology Travel. Go hit that subscribe button. Damn. Dropping the ball.
It's okay.
But yeah, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit some likes and all that good stuff. So
yes,
let's get ready and dive in.
Okay, thank you for the rendition of Trey Songz.
Hey man, you know how I get down.
Song. Trey song.
Hey.
So yes, like Jason said, we are continuing with our conversation about difficult conversations.
Difficult conversations.
Yes. And this is as we begin to branch out a little bit and talk about things that will help you with relationships across the board, whether that be with your children, your coworkers, or whatever. So life is made up of conversations, and there's lots of difficult ones in there. So you can definitely apply this to your love life, but you can also apply this in a lot of different areas of your life, dealing with, anybody. Right. So check out the past 2 episodes 91 and 92, right?
Something like that.
Yes, I believe so. Where we're talking.
It popped up on the screen.
So I'm not even going to do a summary this time. Last time I did kind of like a little quick summary, but it's okay. If this is your first time joining us, just press pause and go back to those other 2 episodes.
Just hit that thing right there.
Yes. So you'll know what we're talking about, but it's based on this book. And again, this is the study of love. We don't do this all the time. Sometimes Jason and I talk about our personal experiences. We interview people. Haven't been able to do that recently. But that is something that we do on the podcast. And then we also study love books.
You know what we haven't done on the podcast?
What?
We haven't tongue kissed on the podcast.
Okay, you want to?
She know I wasn't going to do it. You little rascal.
No, I don't know you wouldn't do it. We can do it.
I ain't finna see all that.
So yes, today we're talking about intentions.
Okay.
You got any? No.
Intentions?
Yes. When you're having a conversation, a difficult conversation.
Just gave me one word, intentions. Go with it. No, I need a little bit more.
When you're having a difficult conversation with someone, sometimes we assume that we know what they intended.
Ah.
Yes.
That's all the time.
Most of the time, honestly.
Shoot, that's me.
But actually, you don't know. Because only they know what's in their head. So we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about the mistakes.
We do that a lot.
Everybody does it. Everybody does it. Oh, but as we'll talk about later on in this episode, it's like it is something that we naturally do, and I guess it's not that it's wrong to have an assumption. It's wrong to believe that assumption and not ask the question. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, because your assumption could be wrong.
Or like react to that assumption.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Without clearing it up, with no clarification.
You can't get mad at an assumption.
Yes. So that's typically what people do, right? So that's where the problem comes in. I think all of us naturally, automatically, when somebody says something, if it's a little, off-putting, then you're making an assumption about it. Right. So because
it hits you a little bit.
Yeah.
But you got to confirm that hit though.
Exactly. So
I always say, this is why I always say, and like some of my people know me. I say, hey, if I make your eyebrows go up or down, holler at me. Because it may be a misunderstanding.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, we just had a situation this morning where Jason was overhearing me talk to my sister, and I said something and his eyebrows went up, and I said, what is that? What's that? Which actually we haven't talked about this so this will be fresh. Can we talk about this?
Come on, let's go.
But what I assumed was correct, because Jason is all about his positivity and not speaking negative words. So I was talking about the time change and how, it
caught us off guard.
Yeah. How we lose an hour in the spring. And I hate it. Mm-hmm. And I be messed up for like a whole week after. Mm-hmm. And so
you're going to continue to be messed up for a week because you keep saying it.
Exactly. This is what he's saying. So he don't like that I'm saying this, but I'm just like, Jason. So anyway, when he came around the corner into the bedroom, hearing me say this, his eyebrows went up, and I said, well, what was that? I assumed that he didn't like that I was saying something negative, but, and I was correct. And he tried not to talk to me about it, but I was like, no, what was that? And he's like, well, if you say that it's, you hate it and it's going to be bad.
It's
just
like
what it's going to be.
If you say, I hate Mondays, or I hate Mondays, when you saying with emotion and vigor, it's going, you speaking into existence. So you're going to always hate Mondays. If you always say, I hate Mondays, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. But if you speak the future as in the present, then it'll work out a little bit better. So,
Jason,
what's up?
Well, all I'm saying is that I don't think that anybody can be positive 100% of the time.
Okay.
So sometimes it's a little irritating because I'm positive 99% of the time.
How do you know that?
I don't typically say stuff like that.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Not all the time, but you're definitely not 99%.
Well, so we would say that I'm more positive than negative, correct?
Sure.
Okay. So sometimes when you're feeling a certain way, you just want to express it. And you don't want somebody coming around the corner.
I wasn't trying. But you did it.
I already know.
It was a reaction. I couldn't help it.
I already know what you was saying because he was like, well, I was trying not to say nothing.
Yeah.
You already said it.
I wasn't saying it to you.
But I saw you. You coming in the door talking about something. I'm like, I already saw it with your face.
How many of y'all know that majority of communication is not from what you say?
It's nonverbal
it's
communication.
Nonverbal communication is majority of communication.
I think it's like 70%.
And sometimes you can't control it. So I wasn't doing it at her. It's just I'm so anti that it's just like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Negative energy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh. Yeah, me and negative energy, we don't mix well. That's all. Kind of like oil in the water.
Yes. Well, I just wanted that moment to talk to my sister and to tell her how I felt about the time change, and I don't like the time change. That's all I was wanting to say. But the point is for this example, I was right about what you were thinking, actually.
And for the record, I wasn't trying to walk in on that. Right. It just happened. Right. It's just like somebody throw water in your face. What you gonna just you gonna do this? Somebody throw it? No, you gonna do that's how it was. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't at you or anything. It was just I felt the negative. I hate.
That's how passionately I feel it.
Dodge that energy like the Matrix.
Y'all let us know. I'm sure I'm not the only person that doesn't like the time change.
I don't too much care for it either. Definitely caught me off guard as well. But I totally get it. It's just if I can help myself, I'm gonna try to not be negative towards something if I can help myself. Mm-hmm. Right. That's all.
Yeah. I feel you.
You're not perfect. You're not a machine. I'm not a machine either. So
right.
It is what it is.
Yep. Okay. So diving right in. So I'm going to read a little bit from the book. So one of the first things that he says, or is three people who wrote this book, but they say about intentions is that intentions strongly influence our judgments of others. If someone intended to hurt us, we judge them more harshly than if they hurt us by mistake. You agree with that statement?
Possibly.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people, even though they made a mistake, I'm still mad at you because it was a stupid mistake.
Okay.
That's how some people feel, right?
Oh, okay. That wasn't you.
No.
Okay.
No, I mean,
you said sometimes because you said you'll be upset because it was a stupid mistake.
I guess you could take cheating for example. People's like people make mistakes, so
that's a touchy topic.
You know what I mean?
But I can, what I'm saying. Some people just don't. Some people don't value the sexual relationship like you do.
Well, I'm just going back
to
some
people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just how they grew up. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying. If that's your environment, that's your environment. If you grew up, your uncle was pimping. You know what I'm saying. Your dad was a Rolling Stone. You know what I'm saying. Your mama was out there. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody out there.
You know what I'm saying. What else do you know? You don't know anything else. Well, so the value of sex is not that high.
What I'm saying is that my reaction to you cheating is gonna be bad. It's gonna be harsh. No matter if you say all that you got going on, I don't care. Like
that's so wrong. I feel you. Look, I'm not against I'm not against, because I'm over here playing devil's advocate, but I'm just looking at that perspective, that side of the perspective.
But wait, what I'm trying to say is like this thing is saying if someone intended to hurt you, we judge them more harshly. So with that being said, like as far as like if they had all these other factors going on that made them cheat or whatever, or made it where they didn't understand how bad it was going to be, I'm still judging you harshly. Like,
yeah, I think it still falls in the same boat, because if a person purposely cheat on you, they know they're gonna hurt you, but sometimes I don't think they know how hard it's gonna hurt you, because when the roles switch, because remember, what you put out there is what you're gonna get. So when that role switch, some dudes be like tripping when they get it flipped on them. They didn't know how bad it was.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's just like a man for you, I tell you.
You don't know what you don't know.
So here's a story that I thought was really good in the book that illustrates how this can, like, intentions can easily be messed up. Okay. Lori, it's a couple at a party. The couple was at a party thrown by some friends, and Lori was about to reach for another scoop of ice cream. Then Leo said, "Lori, why don't you lay off the ice cream?"
So they friends?
No, they're a couple.
Oh, okay.
They're at their friend's house. Lori, who struggles with her weight, shot Leo a nasty look, and the two avoided each other for a while. Later that evening, things went from bad to worse.
He trying to help her out.
Here's the conversation. Lori, this is what Lori says. "I really resented it at the party, the way you treated me in front of our friends." Because he said it in front of her friends. Here he is, Leo. "The way I treated you? What are you talking about?" "About the ice cream. You act like you're my father or something. You have this need to control me or put me down." "Lori, I wasn't trying to hurt you. You said you were on a diet."
You said Leo. You said Lori, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm switching back and forth.
Right.
Hopefully you would.
No, I got it. Just making sure our listeners will follow.
And I'm just trying to help you stick to it.
That's it.
You're so defensive. You hear everything as an attack on you.
Right.
Even when I'm trying to help.
Help. That's all I'm trying to do.
Help? Humiliating me in front of my friends is your idea of helping?
Maybe he should have said it differently. See, our problem is, what fellas' problem is, we so used to talking to our friends. We so used to talking to fellas, guys, that, you know what I'm saying, we kind of talk a little bit harsher to fellas, you know what I'm saying? Especially at an early age, you know what I'm saying? Because we wrestle, we fight, you know what I'm saying? That's what we do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're a little bit more rougher
And
with each
direct.
other. Right.
Yes.
So as you get older, you realize that we shouldn't be talking to our friends that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But sometimes we just really haven't made the switch yet. But we've been doing it. I'm 30-some years old. I've been talking rough to my friends and stuff, you know, the guys, for a long time. So it's kind of hard to make that switch. And you ladies, most of y'all been doing it since y'all was born. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, you got to look at the full perspective here.
Right.
He's still trying to help. You got to think about the intention. Right? That's what we're talking about, right?
Yes, we're talking about the intention.
Okay.
But for that didn't feel like you was trying to help me. It felt like you was trying to control me. And you said it in front of our friends. Surely you was not trying to help me. That's the way she feels.
He just didn't think to, because he could have said, because see, you think that's harsh, right? Why don't you lay off the ice cream? You know what I'm saying? You think that's harsh.
How is that not harsh?
In his eyes, that's probably not as harsh. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what level he is on. You know what I mean? So he could have been harsher. He could have said, "Man, put that GD ice cream down," or "Man, sit." You know what I'm saying? It could have been worse, because, you know, guys, Joan, and, you know, we can come with some good jokes. You know what I'm saying? All right, you're gonna blow up like a house. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying it's not meant. It could have been worse. So he just saying, "Hey, why don't you lay out the ice cream?" You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, it's funny because I've seen like funny videos on the internet about like women we ask our man or our partner to help us with, you know, I'm trying to lose some weight. I don't want that. But then sometimes when that craving hit, you know, it's like, I want this. And then, you know, the partner is like, "Well, babe, you said you didn't." And then you, I want it, you know. I totally did that, Jason, before.
Look, I just be like, "All right." You want some ice cream? Okay, I'm gonna get some too.
Yeah, because I can't have ice cream. Ice cream blows me up. One time, me and Jason is the one that got me eating ice cream, y'all. He is the one that has me eating ice cream. This started when I was pregnant with Jordan, and he brought me Sonic Sundays
In Virginia, baby.
Yes,
Hot fudge cake sundae.
We looked up the
calories on it.
count.
Jesus,
I said, oh
through
my
the
God.
roof.
So I don't know, it was like a year ago or something. We was eating ice cream a lot, like almost every night. This is Jason.
Cold Stone.
Yeah, Cold Stone.
Nah, I remember we was back in Arleta and then we was getting them cakes. I was getting them cakes from the store.
Yes, no, your coworker.
Oh yeah, she had some good stuff too.
Jason likes sweets, and I've never been a big sweet person.
I ain't a big sweet person either, but you know.
Well, now you're not, Jason, but before you were a big sweet person.
I don't know if it was big.
His favorite pie is pecan pie. That's nothing but sugar and Karo syrup or whatever is in it.
Pretty good.
Okay, so like I said, you a sweet person.
Pecan pie and ice cream on top of that.
So one day I was like, you know what, we need to stop eating all this ice cream. When I say we stopped eating ice cream for like 2 weeks and we both lost like 5 pounds. Because
drop that weight. Dang ice cream. I ain't know ice cream blew me up too.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, but what was I saying, Jason, before I went into that story?
I don't know, intentions.
Yeah, well, okay. I can't remember what I was saying.
Well, what I was gonna say is, guys, fellas, hear me out, fellas. We just have to, when we speaking to our female counterparts, we just got to come up with the nicest way to say whatever we're trying to say. We got to think about it. You know what I mean? Especially if it's a critical question, like, how do I look? Mm-hmm. You got to think. So sometimes it's good to go ahead and practice, go in the mirror and practice your wife, your girlfriend or whatever saying, how do I look? And then come with a good way to put it, because you're not hard. Like your easy way may not be easy enough, and they still gonna consider it as harsh.
Okay, well, here we go. In that conversation, they made 2 key mistakes, and these are the mistakes that people make. Okay, the first mistake, Lori's mistake, was
getting the ice cream in the first place. She shouldn't have got it. We wouldn't have been in this mess.
She says she assumes she knows what Leo's intentions are,
right? When
in fact she doesn't. And we do it all the time. That's what he said in this book. Okay.
So you're not gonna point out that getting the ice cream was the first mistake, even though she was on the diet. That's her, she set her own rules with her man.
We're not gonna talk about that. That's not the point. The point
that's the first mistake. Okay. All right, go ahead.
Leo's mistake was to assume that once he clarifies that his intentions were good, Lori is no longer justified in being upset. Now that's a big one. That's something that I struggle with too. I have to be honest with that. Okay. And having explained this, they said, he says, you know, he wasn't trying to hurt her. Right. So after he explains this, he thinks that should be the end of it.
Right.
He doesn't take the time to learn what Lori is really feeling or why. Okay. So let's break down the first mistake. Our assumptions about intentions are often wrong.
Yeah.
You got something to say about that, Jason?
No.
A lot of times we actually assume the worst as well.
That's what you do.
Me?
So you don't assume the worst?
No.
Babe.
We're talking about when you say something.
Oh, okay.
I know that you love me.
Okay.
So I am pretty good at clarifying.
That's
because
true.
I do not assume that you are trying to hurt me.
Yeah.
Now, what you're talking about when I say I assume the worst is I, for some reason, get panicky when somebody is gone too long. So let me be clear, because I know I've said this to people before and they're like, man, you controlling or something. I was like, no. When Jason is out with his friends and we don't have like a time frame on when he's supposed to be back, I'm good. But when he going to like the store, and in my brain, there's an expectation of like how long it's supposed to be.
Right.
So if you gone for like for a long time,
like
I immediately
hour and a half or something.
Yeah, I immediately start thinking, oh my God, I need to like, he had an accident or like something bad happened.
Yeah.
It's not, because actually this was something that Jason had to get used to when we first got together, because he thought that I was checking in. You remember? He thought that I was kind of like, dang, you know, like checking in on you or something. Yeah. And it's like, no, that's actually not it. Because when you out, like I would never like call you,
Right,
hit
exactly.
you, when you coming home, when you doing it. Nah, I ain't doing none of
I'm
that.
trying to remember, did I ever think that? Because I don't remember me ever thinking that you'd be calling and checking in.
I think that it
call. I from my memory, I always thought that you just really concerned and you really.
No, it didn't take you. We had one
Yeah.
conversation about it, and you understood.
Oh, okay.
But you did at first, kind of was like, what's going on here? And I was like, it's really, I don't know why I'm like that, but if you, like I said, if you out and there's no, and I don't have a mental expectation of how long you should be gone, then it's cool.
Right.
But if you just like going to the grocery store and it's taking you like 2 hours or something, then I'm like, oh, what's going on?
Right.
And most of the time, like when I still do it and I'll call him and he's like probably like on the way back
Right
and he already knows. He's like, yeah, it was like traffic. Like you already know. It's like, oh yeah, that was a long time. So this is why she calling.
Right.
So I'm not crazy.
I gotta do a better job at just saying, babe, I'm good out here. And I send a text message.
Yeah, like if it's coming to that time frame, like, okay, you went to the store to get like 5 things and it's like, an hour or something, it's like, is he okay?
Right.
Is everything okay? Do I need to start calling hospitals? Let me check on them.
Right.
So anyways, I'm not crazy, but that's a little quirk that I have for sure. So I'm happy that he understands and it's like no big deal. Okay. So this chapter is just kind of like going into, again, like we cannot know what other people's intentions are because it only exists in their heart and mind. They are invisible to us. However real and right our assumptions about other people's intentions may seem to us, they are often incomplete or just plain wrong. Okay, so here's a big one. The book says, we make an attribution about another person's intentions based on the impact of their actions on us. We feel hurt, therefore they intended to hurt us. You understand?
You basically saying that because you assume that so the fact that you're hurt, you assume that they did it on purpose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the attribution and all this other stuff. Just tell me.
I'm just reading the book.
Break it down.
Our thinking is so automatic that we aren't even aware that our conclusion is only an assumption. We are so taken in by our story about what they intended that we can't imagine how they could have intended anything else. It's just important to take a step back and say, wait a minute, this hurt my feelings, but is it possible that they could have meant it this way instead of the other way? Right. The way that I'm taking it. Is that possible? Yeah,
definitely. It's always a possibility. But but you could be so upset that you can't think about the other possibility. Yeah. Right.
Okay. Here's another big one. They say we treat ourselves more charitably, which means that we give ourselves like more grace and mercy for ourselves. Like so here's an example. When your husband forgets to pick up the dry cleaning, he's irresponsible. Right. When you forget to book the airline tickets, it's because you're overworked and stressed out.
Correct. Because of him. It's always going back to him. It's his fault.
Well, basically, it's like, we can see how I am. Like, if this was me and you, I can see how I'm overworked and stressed out. But
you can't see how I'm overworked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's one of the main reasons why, like, accusing someone of bad intentions is bad when you're trying to have one of these conversations. And basically, when you accuse someone of bad intentions, it creates defensiveness.
Yeah, and it puts a huge crack in the trust. Yeah. Yeah. Your trust is your foundation. Mm-hmm. So you don't want to put a crack in that. Yeah. Because it's like, dang, you look at me that way? Right. Right. How you know what I'm saying? That ain't who I am. How you don't know that?
Yeah. So you automatically come defensive and you're probably going to be, it's just not going to go well now.
No.
The conversation is not going to, they don't want to talk anymore.
If you think I'm that, well, let me go ahead and do it then. Let me show you how I am. If that's what you want me to be, let me show you. Yeah.
So you just shouldn't be surprised when a person try to defend themselves and attack back when you accusing them of something.
Right.
When they feel like, you accusing them of like you said, who do you think I am? Like you accuse them, my character.
So rule of thumb, don't accuse.
Right. So the second mistake was the one that I said that I think that I have a problem with. And basically just because you clear the air and say, well, that's not the way that I intended it, you still have to understand that whether you intended to hurt them or not, they're still hurt. Right. So you have to deal with that. Right. And just accept that, right? Right. So going back to that story, the author was saying that Leo assumes that because he had good intentions, Lori should not feel hurt. And that's just not true. It's like he feels like once he said it, then it should be over with. Right. And what do you think about that, Jason?
No.
What?
Once he said it should be over with. Well, because he don't have her full perspective of it. So how can it be over with just because he felt like it's over with? It's over when both of you guys agree that it's over. Right. Yeah.
Right. And here's another thing that they were talking about was also, it's like, are you sure you didn't have bad intentions? Because sometimes we're complex and the emotions are complex. So like, do you need to sit back and kind of be more honest with yourself? And maybe your intentions were not like so pure. You know what I mean?
Or just love your partner, be with your partner. If you're going to be with your partner, be with them 100%. You know what I'm saying? So do you trust him or not? You know what I'm saying? Do you love him or not? Do you think this is a good person or not? You know what I'm saying? If he say he didn't have bad intentions, then he didn't have bad intentions.
Well, I'm talking about you evaluating yourself. Like, so say you're the person that hurt me because you said something, right? Yeah. You have to like also evaluate yourself to make sure that your intentions weren't all the way bad. Because basically this book
I control my intentions though.
But sometimes like subconsciously.
So I understand subconscious, right? I understand that, right? But I mean, help me. I could be wrong, but your intentions is like a conscious thing. You know what I'm saying? Like what you intend to do is a conscious thing. It's not a subconscious thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, the thought of intending to do something could be subconscious, but the actual you doing it is a conscious thing. So I don't think, I think intentions is you consciously doing it.
Well, going back to that story about the ice cream, she said that he was trying to control her, right?
That's what she said.
But
he said he was trying to help.
But at a certain way, could it be slightly?
No, see, you looking about her. Don't think about her. No. You talking about his intentions. It's him.
I understand.
He's saying he trying to help. She can speculate all she want, but it's his intentions. He know what his intentions was.
You know I understand, but if he sat back,
you think he lying?
No, he is trying to help.
Okay,
but
that's his intention.
Could he be helping? Could he be trying to help by controlling?
No, he's trying to help her because he ain't trying to hear all this crap later on at night while you whining and crying. You stepped on the scale. I ain't trying to hear all that.
Okay, well, the book says that intentions are often more complex than just a good and bad. So what they're saying is that sometimes it is a little bit, it can be a little bit more complex than, no, I meant to hurt you or I didn't mean to hurt you. It could be a little bit a little bit more complex.
Yeah, it could be.
So anyway, how do we avoid these two mistakes?
Communicate.
Well, that's what we doing. We learning how to communicate
effectively.
Well, that's what we doing.
Ask questions. That's it. So what did you mean by that?
What? Oh yeah.
That's how you do it. You button it up. You take your phone out, write a note. You know what I'm saying? Say, okay, we need to address this. You know what I'm saying? Don't address it now, or you can address it now. Like, hey, can we talk real quick? You know what I'm saying? You can address it then and there, just not in front of everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you communicate.
Okay.
You ask questions.
So here is the formula, the way to form your sentence. Okay. Basically, say what the other person did, tell them what its impact was on you, and explain your assumption about their intentions, taking care to label it as a hypothesis, all these weird, that you are checking rather than asserting to be true. So
that's a lot. Ain't nobody got time in the heat of the moment to come up with this.
It's exactly what you just said. It's just they making it sound like a lot.
Simple.
Okay.
All you gotta do is say, hey, what you did hurt my feelings.
Exactly.
And
so that's what you said. Say what the person did.
Yeah.
Say what they did.
What
Tell
you
them
did
what its impact
hurt
was.
my feelings.
Hurt my feelings.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And then just say, what did you mean by that?
Yes.
That's it. Nobody got time to do all that.
Well, no. He says to explain.
What you did hurt my feelings. What did you mean by that?
Explain your assumptions about their intentions, taking care to label it as a hypothesis that you are checking rather than asserting to be true. You want to hear?
Give it to me, because
okay. Back to Lori and Leo. Okay. Here she go. Lori says, when you said, "Why don't you lay off the ice cream?" Well, I felt hurt by that. Exactly what Jason just said.
Keep going.
Leo said, "You did," and she said, "Yes. I was just trying to help you stay on your diet. Why does that make you upset?" I felt embarrassed that you said it in front of your friends. Then what I wonder is whether you said it on purpose to embarrass me. I don't know why you would want to do that, but that's what I'm thinking when it happens. That's what I was thinking when it happened. So I've totally done that to you before. I told you
that wasn't even a good example. That wasn't a good example because you're not taking account of a real conversation.
What do you mean?
A real conversation is gonna get a possibility to get heated. They talking like plain.
Well, I'm acting it out, and
but they talking plain. No, it's like, no, what you did was messed up, dude. Why you put me on blast like that?
But okay, I don't talk to you like that.
No,
I don't say that.
But I'm just saying, like you doing all that dialogue creates more opportunities for the conversation to go south.
Mm-hmm.
Too much dialogue. It's way too much dialogue trying to explain yourself. What you did hurt my feelings. Why did you do that? Or what did you mean by that? That's it. Keep it simple. That's too much dialogue.
All she's saying is that, like, the part that you're not really liking is when she says that, what her assumption was. Like, this is what it felt like to me. You know what I mean? This is what it felt like to me. Like, you hurt my feelings, and then it also felt like you were purposely trying to hurt me. I don't know why you would do that, but that's that's what I thought.
Yeah.
When this happened.
Yeah.
I've done that to you before.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember, but you took it pretty well. Mm-hmm. Like, I think, that was the formula,
Yeah, I think there's way too much dialogue.
Okay, well, it's just too wordy.
Yeah, it's too wordy. Exactly.
I mean, so that's pretty much it,
What you did hurt my feelings. What did you mean by that?
I'm trying to find, where did they say, so how do you avoid the second mistake? Oh, so the mistake of thinking that just because you told somebody, well, I didn't intend for that to hurt you. I didn't, that it should be dropped. No, get that out of your mind, right? So listen. So this is how you avoid that mistake, right? Listen for feelings and reflect on your intentions. Just listen to them, understand how they feel, and then you can apologize for the way that you made them feel. Because whether or not you intended it or not,
their feelings got hurt.
Their feelings got hurt. And that is what's important. So you have to talk to them about that. Mm. I do find this exhausting. This is hard for me. Like, it's like, oh my God, like, why are your feelings hurt? You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's hard. Like, especially I've dealt with situations where, I speak too directly and I don't always form my words correctly. And, I've hurt people's feelings before. And I wasn't trying to. So how do we move forward after I tell you that I was not trying to hurt your feelings? I apologize. I'm telling you that is not what I intended. What you thought that I was saying, that's not what I was saying. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So now what? What do we do? After I say, I understand you, I apologize. I should not have said it that way.
It has to come off as being a very sincere apology. And what can I do to, how can we, figure this thing out? That's not the way I wasn't trying to go that way.
Yeah.
It has to start off with a sincere apology.
Yes.
Because you don't want your partner to be hurt.
Right.
Especially
I don't want
unintentionally.
any people that I have relationships with to be hurt. I don't want to say anything to hurt your feelings.
Right. Especially, that's even worse when you do it unintentionally.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, not necessarily, but you're not trying.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh my God. It's kind of like being a giant and you walking around and you accidentally bump your girl and now you broke her arm. Like, oh my God, like I can't even do nothing. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't try to do that. Oh my God. Like, it makes me,
Right.
So yeah, you just, you gotta have a sincere apology about it.
Right. Okay. Well, that's it kind of reminds me of like our cancel culture there though, because it's like, what if somebody does like, okay, they offended somebody, right? They apologize, what else can I do? Besides like apologize and do better.
Yeah, that's it. Live your life.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like we had that conversation earlier. Like, people grow. Just because somebody used to be a liar back in the day, don't mean they lying now. They could have done anything. They could have, gave their life to Christ. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't necessarily have to be Christ. It could be just got a better person. It just become a better person. You don't necessarily have to be a Christian to be a good person. But I'm just saying, like, you could be a better person over time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, just take into account that people can grow.
Mm-hmm.
And how long does it take for somebody to change?
I don't know.
Just like that.
That's true. All right, that's it for
That's all
this week.
Another episode in the books.
Shout out to South Africa. Hello.
Shout out to South Africa.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. My new favorite happy song is by an artist. I believe he's from Nigeria.
Okay.
It's called Sokoto. Is that
how the beat go?
I can't even. We should play it. Can we play it? Like,
we probably get dinged or something.
Oh man.
They might mute our whole
It's
live.
spelled Sokoto. And it just makes me so happy. I have no idea what he's saying. He said, "Give me that bum bum." So, I don't know.
Give me that bum bum. Give me that bum bum, girl.
But I just love this song. It's like the happiest song for me. I'm like so excited.
Yeah.
So yes.
Shout out
to that song.
Oh yeah. So, hey, man, we really appreciate y'all. We got another episode in the books. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you dislike it, that's cool. Just leave a comment. Let us know what's up. And if you got any other shouts out, like last week we had a young lady from Conway, Arkansas. We appreciate you again. Appreciate you. Just drop them reviews, y'all. Drop them comments, y'all. That fuels us. We love it. We love it, man. Just give us a nice little word here and there. Even if it's an ugly word, I'm going to come back to you. Don't worry about it. But yeah, we appreciate y'all. Don't forget to go to loveologypodcast.com. We got them shirts. We got them hats. We got all types of stuff. Go check it out. Also, if you want to become a Patreon and, you want to support us financially as little as $2 a month, you can go to loveologypodcast.com, hit that Patreon button. Pick a tier and join us. And the second tier, which is only $8, you get a free t-shirt. So you can join us for 1 month and get a t-shirt for $8. Like, that's easy money.
Doesn't get much better than that.
So we actually paying you to wear our shirt. Like, literally.
Yep.
So again, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We're going to catch y'all next time. Now I got to go edit this stuff. So peace out.
Bye.